So a little while back I made this game, Asteroids, but in a Star Trek theme, and it's built on Daniel Shiffman's coding train tutorial for Asteroids. So I took that little engine and made it Asteroids game, and I was like, oh, let's make it a Star Trek Asteroid game. And then I was like, you know what, this isn't Star Trek-y enough. So I zhushed it a little bit more, added the more Star Trek looking stuff, created a more Star Trek themed mission, and added a scarier adversary, which is a Borg. Now in this game it's just a Borg probe, it's not a Borg ship. The Borg ships are really, really huge. So if I made a Borg ship sprite in scale to my Enterprise sprite, it would take up the whole screen. So I had to come up with a way to include the Borg ship, but it didn't have to be so big. So I thought just a Borg probe, something that they launched to keep an eye on things. And in this case, in this game, the Borg probe is there to protect these vacuoles, which are keeping the Federation from traveling at light speed or super light speed, whatever. They have to go really slow, and they can't get anywhere or do anything. So your mission as the captain of the Enterprise is to go and clean these, collapse these vacuoles, get rid of them, destroy the Borg probes, and restore warp speed throughout the Alpha Quadrant. So it's kind of a cool theme. It's a cool mission, and I think the gameplay kind of carries out that mission in a way that's repeatable level after level, and the difficulty increases kind of exponentially. So the Borg ship gets harder to kill. There are more objects, more vacuoles that are hitting your ship, taking away your shields, lowering your structural integrity until the game is over. The Borg ship itself, when I originally made the Asteroids game, I made a straight up Asteroids game. And then I took that main engine, cut off all the asteroidy parts, and put the Star Trek themed parts on it. But it was still basically an Asteroids game. I liked the idea of having a ship that's moving through space shooting things. And to me, since Asteroids did it first, that will always be an Asteroids thing. But I think Star Trek did it first in 1963, so it really is a Star Trek thing. I think Asteroids, when it first came out, could have been a Star Trek themed game if they had like cross promotion, cross marketing, stuff like that. It could have easily have been a Star Trek game, and then we never would have known the game Asteroids. But you know, time is history is the way that it is, and we have what we have. But I think if you could turn back time, you could have made a game like this, and it would have done really well in the 80s. So I'm turning back time in my mind and making a game that I would have loved to have played when I was 10, 11, 12 years old. And after programming P5JS for a year or so, and with the help of Daniel Shiffman delivering to you on a silver platter the Asteroids engine, you can just kind of take that apart and put this new mission on there. So the orbs don't split like the asteroids do, so I got rid of that part, and I made the ship more responsive. It shoots harder, shoots faster, it looks like it can do some damage, and it can take out a lot of orbs pretty easily. So when the game starts, the first level is like easy breezy. You're like, oh, I'm gonna kill it at this game. But then once you start getting up in the sectors, it gets a lot more challenging, a lot faster, and the game goes by really fast. I mean, you clear these levels off fast or you die. That's pretty much how it is. You got to get rid of as many of these orbs as you can within the first 30 seconds, or they're just going to run you over. So I like that imperative, that pressure to perform. The thing that I love the most about this game is the animation when the Borg probe explodes. In the original Asteroids game, the ship would explode and its little pieces would go flying. I always thought that was awesome. Even as a kid, I was like, that's the coolest animation. And when I first started learning how to program in middle school, that was one of the first things I wanted to learn how to do, was make things like explode and fly across the screen. I don't know, just typical boy, I guess. So when I was creating the mission for this game, I definitely wanted to have something explode. And I thought about a Romulan ship at first, and I was like, nah, I want the Borg. The Borg are terrifying. They're a lot of pressure. It would be fun to watch one explode, or to be that ship that blows up a Borg cube. That would be really fun. So I wanted to put that fantasy element in this game, and I think it sells really well. I can't wait. When I play the game, I want to clear off all the orbs so that I can get on that board cube and blow it up and watch that animation, because it's really cool. So you get rewarded for your performance, and I think that's important. As important part of the visuals of any video game is that your performance is rewarded visually as well as in your score and that. So you always have something pulling you along in the game that you want to look forward to doing, like jumping on the flag at the end of Mario. So this is pretty much the game here. I'm going to show the mission screen here again so you can see exactly what it says. But the visuals in the background, the star field rotating and then the stars flying at you, that gets more blurrier, or I don't know what it just gets this weird effect as your warp speed increases. So as you increase in your levels, your sectors, you're clearing more of these things and you're able to go faster. So as your warp speed goes faster, the visual effects of flying through space demonstrates that. So again, as you increase your levels, you're going to go faster in this game. So it kind of like, it's pumping up that adrenaline, I guess, a little bit. And that's always fun in a game. Gets that excitement going. Well, let me know what you think about this. What 2 or 3 things would you put together into a video game if you could? What movie or book, and what maybe classic 80s arcade game would you mash together into a new game? Leave it in a comment if you're still watching this video, and if you are, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Let me know what else you think, if you have any questions, or if you want to play this game. I might share it on GitHub later, but I'll let you know about that. So until then, take care.